And we're live.
Yay.
Let's share.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Welcome to Chill Dev Stream.
Eleanor the Dark, now that the jam entries are finished, I can tell you what I thought of your game.
Oh, yeah.
Harvest Time.
Who won? Is that announced yet?
KV Kingdom made top 3. I can't remember exactly which place. Can you tell us, KV Kingdom? I can't remember.
One second.
Let's see. I'll go here. I can find it. What game did you do, KV Kingdom? I can't remember. I looked at like 18 games, so they're all blocked together.
She's blocked all of them out of her memory.
Zweilinge? Is that the one you did? Zwilenge? I don't know how to say that. Zweilinge. Magical Girl Priscilla. Oh, okay. No, okay. I thought you were, thought you did a different one. I remember your game.
Let's turn on
Eleanor,
chats.
I wanted to say, I grew a pumpkin, and I thought something was gonna happen.
Huh.
You made me play your game for like 2 hours, even though I only had to play one, because it was compelling. Yeah.
I remember that one.
But I was like,
you're still playing this one?
I was like, yes, I gotta grow all the
I
plants.
have to finish it. I'm like, well, I bet I can assume the winner based on the ones that you were playing.
Yeah.
Whichever one that compels you to play more than the time you're supposed to play it is probably the winner. Let's start this local
But I
recording.
expected something cool to happen when you grew the pumpkin.
And nothing cool happened?
Nothing cool happened.
It still compelled you to play for like twice as long as you were like obligated to play it. How's it going, everybody? I'm Drifty from Driftwood Gaming, and I'm joined with the beautiful, lovely, talented T.
Hi.
I'm here too. Hi.
Oh, it's me. It's
Today,
me.
what am I doing?
But I grew like 6 pumpkins, and none of them were apparently perfect enough.
Today, we're going to be working in RPG Maker MZ, of course. I'm going to be doing a little bit of progress on the game. Not exactly sure what the thing is.
Now I have to go back and grow the perfect pumpkin.
You must make the perfect pumpkin.
Yeah.
Who's in the chat with us? We got Eleanor the Dark here. Happy Thanksgiving all, says Eleanor the Dark.
What?
Thank
Stuff
you so
happens in
much.
town?
You too.
So there is stuff. Oh, I gotta play it again. Now you're gonna make me play it more than 2 hours. See how you are? See how you are?
That's the winner right there.
Well, yeah. If it were just my choice, I would have put Harvest Time at the top, just because it's the game that really compelled me to want to keep playing it, and that's something. That's something special.
There, in one of the game jams I played, there was somebody's game where like it was a dungeon crawler, obviously, and it was like focused on elements, and it had a really cool like way to deal the damage in the battle system, and like it was clicky and you spammed your skills a lot, and I was pissed off the whole time playing it, but I played it for like 3.5 hours, and I ended up giving it a good score, even though I was like, this is fucking dumb, and I was like, sorry for that bomb, and I was like, I was saying stuff about it, but I was, at the end of the day, I gave it a really good score because it compelled me to play and beat it.
Yeah, you played for almost 4 hours.
Yeah, I played like the entire thing, even though I only had to play like an hour. So, I mean, there's something to say. Your game doesn't have to be... If your game isn't super fun, it has to be compelling. You have to make the player want to keep playing it.
I thought it was fun. I thought the battle system was good. The only suggestions that I would make is that the flow and the balance at the beginning of the game were really good. Like, you could go out into the areas and get enough money to move on to the next part and not have to grind too much. But at the end, when you get to like the pumpkin and the corn cob thingy, you just have to run around and grind and get money, and maybe make it so that there's a 4th area or something where you get a better payout. Or my suggestion is the bosses. Make the bosses give you a bunch of money so you can buy seeds.
So now you're talking about KV's game again.
No, Eleanor the Dark.
Eleanor the Dark.
Yeah.
Okay. I was talking about a different one from a different game jam.
Yep.
The Elemental Dungeon Crawler one that I played for a while. Yeah. But anyway, who else is here? Smo Valadorn's here. KV's here. Happy Thanksgiving, he says. Gobble, gobble all the foods. Smo Valadorn, yo, what's up? IDEO, how you doing? Hey, y'all. Hey, I did. Magical Girl Priscilla, Terror Town. Assumed Identity is here with the sick fire lyrics. That was awesome, Assumed. Thank you for sending. They're better than I even thought they were going to be yesterday. Thank you so much.
Eleanor, that could fix it too, just having seeds come from the plants or whatever. So that you don't have to... The only way to get it is by buying them. You could do it in several different ways. But it got real grindy at the end. And if I want to grow the perfect damn pumpkin, I got to go and grind again.
Yeah.
I do. I want to grow the perfect pumpkin. That's hard to say. Perfect pumpkin.
Grow the perfect pumpkin. What's up, Damian Floyd? Yo, back at you, brother. How you doing? Do. I think we're gonna put her back on
Perfect
Stoic.
plumpkin. That's right, I'm saying it wrong. It's not a pumpkin. It's a plumpkin.
Warrior.
Sorry, Eleanor.
Warrior. By attacking and dealing HP damage. Yeah, let's go with Warrior. TP will go with Warrior. Even though she's set to be a healer, I think I find that you get more TP as a warrior regardless, so we'll start the player as a warrior. TP mode. Do. How's the music level? Is it too quiet? Is it too loud? Do. This is Corey Davis's song. I just decided to add it to our playlist. It worked very well for the outro and everything, so I just decided to add it to our playlist and leave it in here. Sweet. Okay. How are you guys doing today? You guys chilling? Today we're just going to be kind of chilling. We're going to be working on our projects. We've got some stuff going on with Cyber Baron. Maybe we'll take a look at that. I don't know who gives a crap who's going to be interested in looking at this, but we've got a database issue or something. It's probably not a database issue because if I'm looking into it here, I see that it's got the tags and the IDs and it's storing the data. So it's probably not the database. It's probably something else, maybe inside the command. Was it leaderboard? No, it's not leaderboard. We're having an issue with net worth command because it was showing people as unknown.
Yeah.
And I didn't notice this until, the power went out today for 1 minute and then it came back on. So I don't know if that had anything to do with it.
I don't think so. Doing it. I think a definition was updated and we have an outdated something.
Some API is out of date.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's weird that some of them are working and then others aren't, though.
Son of a bish. Okay, hold on. If you have any questions about RPG Maker or anything, feel free to voice them. We're just going to be chilling, working on different stuff, and I will gladly answer any questions you have if I can find the answer really quick. Let me see. NPM lists Sequelize. I know our Sequelize is out of date. We're using 5.22.3, but if we update it to 6.11 or 12 or whatever it's at, it's going to really mess everything up. I have to rewrite all the models and stuff, and I don't want to do that. So I hope it's not a problem with Sequelize. So I guess it doesn't matter what version that is right now. It's just the current working version for the method that we're using. If we make a new bot, I will definitely update Sequelize and run it 6.11 and relearn how to do things. In fact, I'll probably use MySQL instead of SQLite 3. SQLite 3 at 5.0. All right, let me check one thing over here. If this gets boring, let me know and I'll change shit. 4.11. So apparently I did update SQLite 3 at some point. What's up, Carnival? How you doing? Random question, I know. My game features actors using multiple actions per turn. TP is used as action point currency. How do I make it so items cost TP? I have no idea. That's an interesting one. How do you make it so that your items cost TP? Huh. I know a long drawn out way, but that means you're going to make a skill for every item you have, which kind of seems redundant. Do you know, T? I see you're working over there. Never mind.
No, what?
Carnival asked, how do you make an item use TP? like require TP. Like you can't use the item if you don't. Like I'm thinking you make a skill that that shows you. So you have to like you make a skill that requires TP. So to use it, you know, then you get to show options or something, or it's a subcategory.
I
or
would just
some
put
kind
it in a common event. A common event and an if statement. If TP is over the amount you want to use, reduce TP by this much, do item effect.
But no, like he's saying, how do you make all of your items to require TP? That's what I'm saying. You would do it in a common event, but you would make every item have its own skill. Right, because then you would need to make the skill cost TP, and otherwise you would just consume the item, and then if you don't have TP, it. Maybe there's a command. Let's go into RPG Maker. I'll come back to that in a second. And the items, there's probably a plugin command in the battle core that would make it so that your is it items core? Items equipped score, maybe? I'm sure there's a way to do it. Good question, by the way. Good question. How do you make it so that your items cost TP to use?
I don't know. I still think you could do it with one common event if you use a variable for the amount of TP that needs to be used.
But then, okay, so think about it in combat now. You go to your items, you consume the item, it calls a common event, and then what happens? The item's still gone. You're going to give that item back, and then you're going to have to make a common event for each item. Or use a variable to store the item you're using. You know what I mean? Think about it practically. How would you go about making it?
Well, it would be like a nested item.
Yeah, but right, and that was my first thought too.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, what if there's just a note tag you can put on your items?
That would be a lot easier.
That's what I want to find. Just like a TP cost. I think in MV you had that. You just put TP cost on the item, and it was there. It would require it. I can't remember what plugin it is, or if it's been converted.
TP for effects. Can you gain negative TP?
I don't think so, but you can try that.
Let's try that. Let's try to gain negative. No, you can't. You can't even put a negative.
The problem would be is you'll still be able to do it, and if you have 0 TP, it'll just put you back at 0.
Yeah, right.
So you're trying to make a requirement.
Yeah.
I think like in MV it was as simple as TP cost : space number. And then let me just do that real quick and test it. Maybe it's maybe I have it in one of my plugins. Then I'll have to figure out. Let's make it a TP item, TP cost, blah 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 blah, and then it would be something like this. It would just be TP cost 10 or whatever, and then it would replace your other requirements to have that. Waffles, what's up, dude? He's dropping a $20 super chat.
Hey, Waffles, it's been a while, man. How you doing?
Thank you for tuning in. He says, "Apple gobble 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 day. Miss you guys. Hope all is well. I come. I throw money. I leave. Don't leave us, Waffles. We need you here. Drifty is my internet stripper. Hey, let me work it for that money. Working for that money."
He's got a 20 sticking out of his G-string
right now. Yes. Don't tell him about that. Okay. I like to. What I wear in the privacy of my own home is my own business. And if I like to wear my man thong around, that they don't need to know about that. Thank you, Waffles. We appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you, Waffles. How you doing, man?
Hopefully your day
I haven't seen you for a while.
I know. Please don't leave us. Stay with us, Waffles. Just mute us and put us in the background. Anyway, let's see if that works. Let's give this item to somebody and see if TP cost works in our initialization event. That's a good idea.
He says he's been working a lot.
Yeah, I can understand that.
That stinks.
Working a lot. Gonna change items and add. What did we call it? Item TP cost. Boom, boom, boom. Increase. Give me 6 of those. Sure. We'll put it right there. Okay. 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 You can do a lot with action sequences. I'm still looking everything over. So that's a good idea. Assumed is recommending we try it with action sequencing, which we could do that. Do 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 do. So it doesn't show a cost on it. It still lets you use it. So the TP cost didn't require anything. Okay, so that did not work. Just putting a random note tag in there that says TP cost. But can you do action sequencing with your items? You know what I mean? Because I don't know if you can do that. Let's try that. It's a good question as well. Custom action sequence. I've never tried to do that. Let's put a common event inside here, and we'll call it something else. It's 48.
Hey, Waffles, we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good.
Yeah,
feeling good
I'm
today.
feeling good,
The kids
feeling
are
good.
great. 2 of them moved out,
I know.
so there's less kid in the
Act
house.
sequence. Test. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Things are working. See, I don't know if it'll work at all. What we're trying to do here is make an action sequence play when you use an item. And it could work, but it's probably not.
Before you use an item, right?
Well, it was
Because
probably...
if you don't have the TP, you have to be able to stop it.
I understand that, but I'm also just curious to see if it'll play an action sequence when using an item.
You know how you could get around that, by the way? If there's no way to stop it before you take the item to check, if there's not enough TP, you just like restore the item to the inventory.
All it does is give you the item back.
Yeah.
And it doesn't do the thing. But
Right.
it'll take your turn, and we want to not hassle the player by taking their
Right,
turn. All it'll do is action animation. Yeah, if it even plays this, then we'll know that you can action sequence on items. Otherwise, we don't really need to do much more. We'll do the finish as well. And give the item some animation. Okay. So now we put an action sequence on the item to see if an item can even use an action sequence. Maybe it can, maybe it cannot. I'm on the fence about if it will. I don't think it's going to, but let's find out. This is not going to solve our specific problem about how do we make an item cost TP, but oh no, it does. It totally does. Look. Oh no, it doesn't. I actually can't tell if it does it. We need to make it do something because it still plays the animation, and that's what I was judging it off of. So let me put in another thing to make it like jump or something. Anything to make it look different than a normal item usage would go, which it plays the animation, so there's not enough to tell. Color break, yeah. There we go. It'll do like a little filter effect if it does something.
Waffle says, "What? They were like just 12 yesterday. I'm getting old." Tell me about it.
Okay, so if this works and an item can use an action sequence, then we'll have a color break and some kind of other filter effect. Otherwise, it'll just be the basic animation, and we know that it's not working. And, oh, it does work. It does work. Look, you use the item, it does the color break. So
Nice.
items can use action sequencing. Confirmed. Confirmed.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Yes,
I thought
items can
action
use it.
sequencing could be used with anything, any command.
Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. Back to the original question. Oh yeah, I forgot I had to remove this track. Sorry. You gotta remove that track. Please remove yourself. There we go. So anything, well, we know items for sure can use action sequencing. Interesting to see to get looked at. I'm grateful for the brainstorming. No problem, Carnival. Actors have to use the in-turn command when they're out of TP to pass to the next battler. Okay, okay. Don't worry about losing the turn. I'm using STB and all actions are free, but use TP. Well then in your case, Carnival, the suggestion that we already had, T mentioned, we can do it that way. So here's how you do it then. This is since it won't work in all cases, but in your case, it'll probably work. What you'll do is make a common event, and we'll call it use TP, but you'll the problem yo The problem is you'll need a common event for every item that uses TP. So you'll just call it item tonic or whatever your thing is, right? That uses TP, and then you do a conditional branch. Actor. I think we have to do a script call for this. How do you check to see if the actor has TP? We need a script call for that.
Do we?
Yeah.
There's no command for that? What?
Game actors.
That's crazy.
But then you also have to account for who's using the item. Huh. So this is a complicated one because we have to figure out who's using the item from a common event. GameActors.actor or GameParty.members.
Human says, Drifty, there's a new script call for that.
Is there? Are there now?
Is now?
Is there now?
Because I was going to say another way to do it would be to store your TP in a variable.
I mean, how does that help you?
You store every point of TP that you have in a variable, so the variable matches the amount of TP you have.
How do you do that?
I don't know. I'm sure
you still need the same call.
You probably need a script call.
You still need the same thing we're looking for.
Never mind.
To see which actor.
I said anything.
No, you're giving good ideas. I'm over here like this, going like, what the frick am I gotta do, bitch? So Human Being says there's a new script call for that. There's a drift call for that.
Drift call.
It's gonna be the new thing. You got to do a little drift call. GameActors.actor.tp, but we got to give like which actor, and we would maybe define that actor. .tp greater than equal to whatever amount you want it to have. Let's just say 10.
Waffles, you might be able to get some good cheap parts right now. It's Black Friday. What's the name of the song playing right now?
The name of the song that's playing right now is Battle 4 from RPG Maker MZ by Katakawa. Battle 4. The other one that I removed was Battle 7, which I find hard to listen to. It's like a 10-year-old trying to be dubstep or something. It's out of touch. Waffle says got about 4 out of the 10 parts. Process
He's
of building a new
computer,
PC.
Yeah. I was saying with Black Friday you might be able to get a few more pretty cheap.
Maybe. Carnival says JS item enable. Code visible equal code / JS item enable. Oh shit. There's a thing for that. We don't have to do it like this.
Waffles. That was a $5
Carnival.
super chat. He says, my arch nemesis, Corey Davis.
Thank you so much.
Again.
Thank you so much, Corey Davis, for the $5 super chat. We appreciate that very much. He says, what's the name of the song? We got that. And then Waffles with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Waffles. Appreciate that. He says, my arch nemesis, Corey Davis, we meet again. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Very nice of you. Very generous. User equal battle manager dot underscore subject target equal battle manager dot underscore target. Targets equal battle manager dot underscore targets. I think Carnival's got the right idea. And there's a JS item enable code now. So we can bypass the whole darn deal. We can bypass the entire thing. And straight $20 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you so much, Corey Davis. I really appreciate that. He says, gaffs, I have an architect. Rah! There you go. He's raw, like raw chicken. Raw, like raw beef. It's just raw. JS item enable. It'll just turn off the item. This is some new Vigistella stuff, isn't it? I believe this is some Vigistella stuff going on.
Hey, Vino.
Vino with a $2 super chat. Hey, Vino, how you doing, man? My dumb brain didn't remind me it's 2 p.m. Hi, all. Welcome to the stream. No problems. Yeah, a.tp greater than. See, Carnival figured it out on his own. Oh, he tried it and it doesn't work.
Oh, boo.
Oh, but it sounds like it would work though. Why it no working? But it needs to working. Oh, maybe you have to type eval or something. No, the whole thing should be an eval. Okay, hold on. Let's go to the bottom. Let's get to the bottom of this, T.
Okay.
Item data. JS draw item data. Multiplayer. We're gonna have some fun here. Draw equip data. No. I'ma scroll and find the right thing. Do. Corey Davis with another $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Corey Davis. You guys, I'm out. Gotta hit the shower, then wash me clothes. All right, me matey.
Have fun.
Gotta
Corey.
wash me clothes. Yar. Take care, Corey Davis. Love you, bro. We gotta find this. We gotta find this thing. JS. Speaking of that, I also have to get laundry out of the dryer. I put it in there and forgot to get it out yesterday. Thank you for reminding me, because I gotta get my me undies.
Me
Yar. Gotta get me undies.
Drifty's always out of undies because his drawer is low to the ground, and the dresser is low to the ground where Lily can get it, and she's always raiding his underwear drawer and just taking them all over the house and hiding in places.
I've lost all my socks. I lost all my underwear.
She was waving one around like a flag this morning. That's great.
She just opens my drawers and grabs my clothes and just throws them on the ground, and then she'll pick one up and carry them into the living room. I'm like, oh great. She grows so fast. I'm gonna find it. We're gonna find it. Plugin parameters. We want some JS. This is the shop plugin. JS sell price. JS buy price. Cannot sells. Maybe you can't use A. Maybe you have to use like target or user. You know what I mean? Have you tried that yet, Carnival? Let me find the things in here. I guess I should have started from the top. JS parameters. Params. Equip slots. JS item. So this is it right here. Item accessibility. The following are note tags made for users with JS knowledge to determine if an item can be accessible by code. JS item enable. Code. Visible equal code. So this will be a true or false. Used for item note tags. Determines the enabled status of the item based on JS code. Replace code with the determined to determine the type enabled status of the item. The enabled variable returns a boolean true or false to determine if the item will be enabled or not. The user variable, okay, so instead of A, you just have to use user. So let me just copy this real quick. This is what we need. Copy this whole thing, get it out of here. Paste it. I'm gonna put it right here for now as a reference, and we'll delete it afterwards. So what we need to do is make a new variable. We'll say var x equal user.tp, or we'll say var yes equals user.tp var got tp equals user.tp greater than equal to whatever amount you want to have. And then we're simply going to say, what was the thing it was looking for? Visible. Visible equals got TP. So if you got the TP, it's visible. And then you close JS, item enable. The item variable refers to the item being checked. Okay. And we don't need that, actually. We're just, the thing we're trying to figure out is a way to make it so that you need to have a certain amount of TP to use the item. So now, must have 10 TP to use this. That would be our description, right? And it'll give a full recover, whatever, it'll do anything. And then we don't need any of this. This was just our reference. The user variable, okay, the item variable refers to the item. So instead of a dot, just try to plug in user dot. All conditions must be met. Okay, sure. So this is a simple one. If the user's TP is greater than 10, then this will be a true statement, and then visible will be toggled by if the user has this, right? Pretty simple. Let's see if it works. Boom, 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 boom. Holy crap, if this is what I'm doing wrong. Yep. Pretty simple. Let's find out. Let's find out. Explore. Item. It still lets us use it though. Look at this, is unfortunate. We have 0 TP and it lets us use it. So that code is not working at all. Yeah. User.tp. Huh. Why? Why? Welcome back, Skepsis T. How you doing, man? Yeah, I feel like this is the right way to go about it. Is there... Gosh. Try origin. Let's do that. Origin.tp. Good idea, Corey. I'm thinking the .tp. Did you actually define the variable in RM, though? I don't know, Damien. I believe since it's in the JS, it's doing that. Okay, so no, it's still letting me do that with no TP. Good check. You mean, okay, so I'm declaring it, I'm defining it inside the enable JS code right here. And it specifically did say user, but a lot of the times origin works, and a lot of the time A works for the user and B works for the target. So that's weird. Okay, let's bypass this one. Let's just not use this one, and instead we'll get rid of this whole thing, and let's just make it one line. We'll get rid of the variable and not have anything declared, and it'll just be visible will equal user.tp greater than equal to 10. Let's try that. Maybe Damien's right here, and like because something else is undefined. I mean, it's gonna run that, and it's gonna define it right above it, so I figured it would be fine. But no, it still lets us do it. Must have 10 TP to use, but it just lets you use it. Huh. Okay. So, I mean, is this a problem with the plugin, or are we just using it wrong? Because I looked at it for syntax, right? And I'm following the syntax exactly. Am I spelling visible wrong or something? Item accessibility. The following is made to use the JS knowledge to determine if the item can be accessible by code. Accessible by code. What does it mean, accessible by code? Like, in my first understanding, it would gray it out if it doesn't meet the Boolean value, right? Corey says, remember that last time we tried to get my turrets to leave when Harold dies? Try making something similar. Well, that was an MV, and we had different plugins, and I was using the buff states core. And now we're using something different in MZ. So it's kind of different than that. The TP after the dot has to be capitals. Is it? Blam. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Let's figure that out. Let's see if that's right. Or it could be, yeah, it could be that. User.capital TP. It's worth a shot. I mean, because once we figure it out, then we know going forward. It's very case sensitive. But I don't know if it needs to be capital. In MV it didn't. Come on, work. Nope, it lets us use it. It just straight lets us use it. User.tp. My turtles for the win. Skepsis D. Carnival says, I'm so glad this isn't just me. I felt like I tried every option I could think of and wondered if I was doing it wrong. I think we are doing it wrong. We have to figure out the right way to do it. No, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, I want to try this. Okay, hold up. I know what actor I'm using here, so I'm gonna say $game actors dot actor 12.tp. Is it 12? I forgot. I guess I don't know. It is 7. Okay, that's fine. I'm just checking to see if .tp will work for when you reference it like this. So game actors dot actor 7. If actor 7's TP is greater than 10, make it visible. Does it have to be current TP? It might have to be something different. Oh, you know what? We should be looking at on the console log to see if we get any errors as well. It still shows it, unfortunately. So it didn't do shit. It didn't do anything really. That's unfortunate. A $5 super chat from Sebi Noodle. Hey Sebi Noodle, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Have a good Thanksgiving. You guys have helped me a lot with my game. Hey, thank you for watching our videos and tuning in. We appreciate that. And you're welcome. You too, back at you. Have a good one.
Hey, Sebi Noodle.
It doesn't seem like JS item enable is doing anything, to be honest with you. Because this should have returned false and then... Yeah, and then it just should have done nothing, right? This is an interesting quandary. Did we find a bug or are we just being dumb? It's almost always we're being dumb, but sometimes we find bugs. Another $5 super chat from Corey Davis. That was a quick shower, Corey. Or what, did you go do your laundry? That was quick. Thank you so much. I appreciate it again. Is it this .tp or actor.current.this.tp or something like that? That's what I'm thinking. Like, it's something else. We have to get this. We have to figure it out. Usually, camel case has a lowercase first, and then... like every new word after it is capital. So in the case of TP, it would be lowercase TP. But we can try it that way as well. I'm all up for that. Let's try that. We specifically see that it's looking for user. It says it in the plugin, user dot something, but we're not defining that thing properly. So visible equals user dot. You know what I want to do also? Let's encapsulate. We shouldn't have to, but I mean, sometimes you want to look at this whole thing as a whole. You want to look at this as a whole, not equals user.tp. I mean, order of operations says that we don't need that, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm going to capital the T like Corey says right here. Thank you so much for another $5 super chat, Corey Davis. He's not getting one last smoke in before I go. Roger, roger. I learned something new about truck driver slang yesterday. It was a crazy stream yesterday. And when one truck driver hails another truck driver on the CB and says, "What's your 20?" That means where you at right now.
Yep.
Yeah. Nikki showed up and was talking with, was kind of hitting on Corey a little bit because she showed up and was like, "What's your 20? Hey, something." What did he call him? Commando or something like that?
Captain Commando.
Captain Commando.
Yeah.
It's still the same. It didn't require the TP. Okay, son of a beesh. Son of a beesh. I want to try something stupid. I'm going to reverse it. If TP is less than equal to 10, then let it. Like, I just want to see, what if there's something backwards here? Because we can work around it and just make it so that the false is a true and false. True equals false and false equals true type of thing. Because if it grays it out, no, it's just not it. We're just not typing it right. Oh, another thing it could be is because the capital T. Let me try this again like this. Trial and error. Trial and error. Maybe the JS thing is not to like make it gray. I think it probably does what it's supposed to do, but we're just misinterpreting it. We're thinking it's supposed to do something we want it to do, but it's not actually what it's designed to do. Still enabled. Okay. Well, shit. Trial and error. How do we make this unable to be used if you don't have the right TP? That's the question. We don't necessarily need to figure out the JS item enable or for that. Our main issue here is to figure out, how do you make an item require TP to be used? That's a very good question. I thought would have been a lot more simple than it is. So in MV, it's actually simple. There's a thing that has TP cost, and you just put a TP cost on it, and then it doesn't. Blam says, could you set it to not usable as an item and use the code to make it usable? Maybe. Consumable, no, but then enable it. But see, enabling, Is that what you're saying? Making it not consumable, and then make this code make it turn? Yeah, let's try that. That's a good idea, and it's worth trying. It's worth trying. Another prize show soon. Waffles, we are going to do an entire month of giveaways. We have about 2,000. Holy crap, I just tried it, and the item disappeared. Oh, no. Okay. We have about almost $2,000 in prizes to give out in the month of December. Every day that we're streaming in December, we're going to be giving out sick prizes.
Yeah.
Let's try it out. That is so weird. It says it's not consumable, but then it just lets it. My brain hurteth now, because this is not even supposed to happen like this. I need another icon. There we go. What? It says not consumable, but then if users.tp is greater than or equal to 10, we make it visible, and it makes it consumable? Excuse me? It's like, this is so weird. This is entirely crazy. Okay, let me see. Item. Look at this. This is not supposed to be consumable.
Mm-hmm.
But it's letting us use it. All right.
That's unfortunate.
This is weird. I'm going to cut this out and make sure that the game isn't weird and bugged out. We'll just create a new little file for this, for just to be temporary there. All right, so it should be totally grayed out. We have no code on it. And it still lets us use it. What the fudge? It's a regular item. Scope. Occasion. Not consumable. Oh, it lets us use it because consumable means it just disappears. Occasion. Never. Scope. None. Then it'll not be usable. Maybe that was a... Maybe that's what we got to try to do. Is change the parameters on it. Now it won't let us use it. Consumable just means it goes away. So it's gone. Okay, that's a good step. Let's try this. But I want it to be there, but grayed out. And that's not going to happen in this method. Regardless, we'll try it. Okay, so we've set the scope to ally 1. But the occasion will be never. And not consumable. We do want it to be consumable. It's so silly. It really is. What's up, Lago Morphin Time? You're right. That's absolutely right. Consumable just means it will go away or not. So we set it to never usable, but then we put a piece of code on it. Maybe if we get 10 TP, it'll just appear. We have 10 TP now. No, it doesn't. It doesn't affect it at all. It doesn't do a thing. So we're still just using the game's general settings to determine if it's usable. This is. So what we want it to do is be grayed out if you don't have the right TP. Is there anything built in here? No, of course not. Bro. Is there any other... Okay, what about skills cost items? Has that been converted to Vigistella from Yanfly Engine yet? Skill cooldowns. Has skills cost items been converted yet? Does anybody know? I can find out. Hold up, let's find out. itch.io. Hold up, boom. And then Visu. Let's type in Visu. Oh no, let's not do that. Let's definitely not do that. Vigistella. Vigistella mz.itch.io. That's the one. I'm going to do a control F. Skills. Skill. Okay, so we found 3 instances of skill. Is it going to highlight it for me? Oh, here it is. Auto skill triggers. Skill learn system. Skill cooldowns. They haven't converted skill cost items yet. Maybe we do some sort of skill cooldowns thing. I don't know. We can try using skill cooldowns, but it's not exactly the question that was asked. So it feels kind of cheesy to say that's a solution. Skill states core can use item costs. But we're trying to look at items, remember, Carnival? You want us to say the player can use items if they have like a TP requirement to using items. That's the specific question of today's talk. So if somebody can come with a solution, that would really props to that person. We're trying to make it so that an item will be grayed out if you don't have a TP requirement. And then if you have enough TP, it will be, you know, selectable and usable. Consumable or not is up to if the item is consumable or not. It's regardless. But if they have TP, it'll let them use it, and it will consume the TP. So that's an interesting question, and I thought it would be a quick answer. And now I'm taking it as a challenge. Skill learn system. Do 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 do. I think our only option right now is item equips core. Items equips core. Can you make a common event to make it work, or does it show on that page that shows MZ code? Well, we've already tried that at the start to make a common event, right? But you still get to use the item. And then we also have to write some code that I think actually Human gave us something to look at. Okay, so Human gave us something to look at. Let's put this in a common event. He says user equals battle manager dot underscore subject target. Wait. Subject space target? That's not going to work. You can't have a space in there. Oh, wait, never mind. Target equals battle manager dot underscore target. Targets equal battle manager dot underscore targets. So this is some code to determine to write the user or the targets. This is good to know. So this is who did it. It's the who did it thing. We've got a £5 or €5 super chat from Carnival. Thank you so much, Carnival. I appreciate it. Really grateful for your assistance so far. Hope we get to the bottom of this. We're trying to do it. So this is some code that was given to us. Human found it. So we're looking for the user. So battle manager dot underscore subject. So let's use that code. Let's write a script call. We're going to be using a conditional, right? So how do I store that into the variable if we're going to do? Maybe we could do it like this. What is our condition? Shit. Shizzles. We just want this. We want the user. This is the subject. So copy. Battle manager dot underscore subject dot TP. Right? Something like that. Conditional branch. Go over here. We'll put this in here. But instead of user equals, we'll say our condition is, which will be true or false, dot TP greater than equal to 10. Battle manager dot underscore subject dot TP greater than equal to 10. Else, we'll do an else as well. So if so, we do the thing that we wanted to do, which is we'll actually have to make it. So it's going to not, you can't do that here. You have to put that inside the common event. And on the else handler, you have to give the item back. You have to give the item back. So let's do that. Else change items. Increase. Because remember, you consumed the item regardless to use it. So this won't work if your item is not consumable, because then you'll just dupe them. Or maybe you make your own for that. Now, every item will require a common event this way. This is why I put this on the last resort to figure out, but I'm out of ideas. Can't you just do the easy thing and cheat it and make a skill that costs TP and the item? Or am I completely misunderstanding the goal? Haha. No, I agree. That's the better way to do it. You make it a skill that costs the item. But I was also looking for the plugin skill cost items, and I haven't seen it yet. I don't think it's been converted to MZ. That's available in MV. Pancakes, you have the right idea. That's a workaround, and often you have to use these workarounds to make your system work. And you do compromise some on your original vision, but you got to get the game made, right? I'm just kind of taking this as a challenge. As like, I want to make it so that to use this item, you have to have the TP to make it work, because it's kind of interesting to me now at this point. So we'll give the item back in the case of them not having the TP. So it's going to take their turn, and you have to make a common event for each item. So it's a hassle, but can you do it? Maybe you can do it. And what is this one supposed to do? It's supposed to restore HP. So it would be like change. The thing is, you have to write all of the effects that's going to happen. It's in skill and states core. For MZ, are you talking about MV? Because we're in MZ here. Skill and states core. But no, we're talking about using an item. The skills cost items is in the skills and states core is what you're saying, right? Okay. So I don't know, we can make it just the user. We'd actually have to make it a variable. Because that was going to return a true or false if we put it in there. So I don't know how to store that into a variable. So I was supposing you're just going to say entire party, and then see, that's another cop out. We're just trying to like make an easy version of it. Change HP, and also you can't do percentages in here. There's so many things. You'd have to set everything up differently. Anyway, I'm just curious to see if this will work. This will be cost 10 TP. Item. This is item. Cost 10 TP. I hate this process. I don't like this method of making it work. But at this point, I just want to test it. And I want to see if it is going to work. Even though it's clunky and not ideal. Right? Did I open up? I didn't want to open Sublime. I just want to go to VS Code. Temporarily put that there for now. So it'll let us use it, but it'll do nothing unless we have the TP. Boom. Nothing happened. Okay, let's attack. Get some TP. Okay, now let's go here to item, and we use it. And it should give us 9999. It didn't even do shit. It didn't do anything. So it still doesn't work. Fuck. Okay. Carnival, I think your best option is what Pancakes is saying. Make it a skill, and then make the skill also take an item. And you can do that in action sequencing, which somebody else mentioned earlier too. Skill and state score, right? Pancakes, you're right, and that's the workaround. But what we're trying to do is something very specific. You're going to get the same effect. The problem is, it's going to be a skill instead of an item. So we're doing, you know, it's like one of those. This is the way I wanted it to be. You know what I mean? Carnival says, yeah, the more I think about it, the more it seems like that would fix the problem. I would recommend that. Make it a skill, because then you don't have to get around making the items cost a certain TP. The original idea of putting this in the note tag and then making this just go grayed out if it doesn't meet the requirements makes the most sense to me, and I thought that's how it would work in the first place. So I was like, oh yeah, that's great, let's see. And then because it didn't work, I'm like, well, how can we get around that? And the most convenient choice is to make it a skill and then make that skill cost an item. And you can do that with an action sequence. You can do that with the skill cost items inside the that's built into the skills states. Where's that? What did he say? Skill and Skill and state score. Let's look inside there. Skill, state score. Skill, cost, note tags. Type, cost. Skills for skill, blah, 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 blah. And you just make the skill cost the item. Right. No, you're right though, Pammercakes. This is the workaround you want to use. I agree. We were being strictlers. We were like, no, I want to make an item cost the TP, right? Type cost X can be used for an item, yes. Can you? So you would say TP cost. I already tried that. I tried TP cost on an item. That was the first thing I tried. That was my first simple solution. On the item, I put in TP cost, space 10, and it didn't work. So type is, okay, let's see, what else would you replace for type? Parameters are HP, MP, TP, gold, potion. So you can make your item right there. You can make the item cost, yada, 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 for the skill. But on the item itself, this note tag doesn't apply. Because if you look, let me see to the top, it'll tell you what note tags are applied to it. It says this applies to making custom skill cost types such as HP, gold, and items. Now this is making so that the skills cost the items, and that was still putting it into the skill. Yes. Skepsis says when uploading an 8 megabyte file takes longer than it should on Discord. Are you talking about on Discord? I wonder if their servers are just being congested right now. Sometimes they do backups and they take stuff off of their fast running SSDs after a certain amount of time. And they move them to like large hard drives, like 16 terabyte hard drives inside of a server. And that eats up a lot of congestion, or it like creates a lot of congestion. It eats up a lot of the bandwidth. All right, I mean, sorry, Carnival, our best option is what Pammercakes has been saying. Make it a skill, and make that skill cost the item, and then you can just put in all the note tags to make that skill cost TP. Yeah. You don't even need a note tag because the skill's got TP cost already. Hey, we found a solution. It's just not the one that we wanted exactly, right? I feel like this should be something that could be done in the future. It doesn't seem too complicated, and that's the funny part about it. It feels like it's something that you should be able to do without anything hard to do. It should be like a note tag, like we did it originally. Like just simply TP cost 10. Just like that. Oops. Just like, nope. Son of a bitch. Just like that. But it doesn't work on the item. TP cost 10. Just want to try one more time. Because sometimes if it doesn't work, try the exact same thing again. And just... Yeah, no, it doesn't work. Okay. That's the ultimate workaround. We make a skill, and then you make the skill cost that item. So you would type in item cost. Whatever you would put in for the item. I forgot the syntax, but let's find the syntax then. Isn't there a way for the skill to not be visible until you meet a certain requirement, item and bag? You mean grayed out or just completely invisible? I think there is, yeah. A skill to not be visible until you meet a certain requirement, item and bag. Yeah, there's like a skill visibility or something. That's a good question. Let me find it. There was in Yanfly MV, at least. Yeah. Vino's right. I remember it in MV. That's another frustrating thing when you switch engines, because you know so many workarounds, and then until all of the plugins are out, not every way that you've learned to solve an issue works anymore. But on the flip side, you have a lot more methods going forward. New options arise to solve problems that were even previously, like, when there are no good workarounds. Sometimes the new engine with the plugins gives you an option to find those new workarounds. So in this case, you would write the name of the item exactly. You would write, you know, potion, cost, and then the number of them. So whatever it would be for this skill, what was the name of the item? Item TP cost. We'll just call it like heal leaf. Heal leaf. Just like that. It's a heal leaf. And it heals the whole, or it heals something, blah, blah, blah. And then what we'll do is make it so that this skill requires, is it item cost? Heal leaf cost. Heal leaf cost 1. And we'll make it the same. Use a heal leaf in combat. Why am I so stupid? Heal leaf. And then the description. Use a heal leaf in combat. And we don't even actually have to say combato. We don't have to say it requires 10 TP because we just put it right there. Battle screen on one ally. Whatever category we want it to be on. And what will it do? It'll restore 100% HP, and it'll have an animation too. There you go. That was the one we gave it. And let's just give that to the actor. Yeah, for now. So look, heal leaf, use a heal leaf in combat. It doesn't let us use heal leaf. But yet we have a heal leaf in our inventory. So I'm doing something wrong. Why isn't that working? That seems strange. Did I spell it differently? No, H-E-A-L-E-A-F. Heal leaf, no spaces at the end. This does nothing. And at this point, you would say never, none, right? So you can't use this as an item, otherwise it would defeat the point. And it's not letting us use it because we don't have the TP, like it's supposed to do. I'm a big dummy. Because you don't have enough TP, you big dumb. Right. But I also wanted to change so like, now you don't see it as an item. And in order to use it, you have to go in here to use it. But it costs 10 TP. So now we have to attack. And then boom, we've got the TP. And now we have our heal leaf. And it uses it. Boom, and it consumed the item. And we can't tell if it consumed the item. I wish there was a... When it consumes an item or something, you can set that as a... It shows how many you have. In MV, it showed... There was a specific plugin for it, skill cost items. And it works fine. It works as intended, but now I'm thinking, wouldn't it be cool if it showed you how many heal leaves you had left? Let's see if it's we had 6 and I used it twice. So I should have. Occasion never. I mean, then it just wouldn't show. It wouldn't let you do it at all. Can't bypass default use requirement, says Damien. We should have a few more of them, and then they should be grayed out even if we have the TP, because we'll run out of items. I think this is the last one. Maybe not. Oh, okay. Out of TP. Okay, so in this case, it's checking to see if we have the item. However, it's not actually consuming the item. So this skill works if you have the item, but it doesn't consume the item. So now we have to think of a way that it will actually take the item. This heal leaf cost 1. Shouldn't it take 1? I mean, shouldn't it take your heal leaf away when you use it? There's some confusing things happening here. We only had 6 of them. I'm gonna go down to 1. We should only have 1 of them. So if we can use it twice, we know for sure that it's not even taking the item properly. It is requiring in that it has to be there, right? Maybe not. Guard. Okay. Has a TP for it? No, we don't have the TP again. Yeah. Okay. So is that no tag doing anything? I probably typed the no tag wrong. Did I type the no tag wrong? Oh, my lantas. Type, cost, number. Replace type with the resource type. Existing ones found in the plugin parameters are HP, MPTP, gold, and potion. More can be added. Potion? Specifically potion, but nothing else? You can put the remaining quantities in the skill description. Oh, that's very, very smart. I love that idea, Vino. Hey, VeroClaw, what's up? If it's not a default menu using it, I believe you have to manually code the item being removed. -1. If you put in -1, I don't know. $5 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you, Corey Davis. Appreciate that. He says, in MV, I got it set like that, but based on variables, and if you don't have any in your inventory, it grays it out. MV has a specific plugin, skills cost items, and it does a lot of this legwork for you. They kind of bundled that into the core, but I think it may have dumbed it down a bit, or made it more complicated. It was very simple with the skills cost items in MV. Replace X with the number value to determine blah, 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 blah. Examples. Potion cost minimum 3. But, I mean, when you say potion, can it be any item? Or do we have... Another $5 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you so much, Corey. He says, Drift, I believe in you. I believe in you too, Corey. Thank you. I need those words of inspiration every now and then. I think we all do. Type costs something, minus something. Okay, so there's a thing to do subtraction. So the code written right here says you must have 1 to use it, but it will not consume it. So I'm assuming that this one will make you require that you have 1 and also consume it, right? Driftwood Gaming, go into the plugin and manually add that item as a type. Oh, and the parameters, you mean? Okay. Oh, well, chill, Damien, chill. I will, all right? I will. Don't attack me. I love you, man. Don't hurt me. So we can just add it then. We'll add it. So we just put -1. And I'm reading. This is applied before that, and blah, 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 blah. Replace X with the number value to determine how much to adjust the skill cost type by as a flat value. This is applied after the note tag. Can be altered in the plugin parameters. HP cost plus 20 and then minus. It's confusing to me. The plus, and like, okay, minus would be consumed, but usually you put it in there and it's consuming it. All right, so let's try this. -1, right? And then I go into the plugin parameters. Skill states core. Skill cost types. $5 super chat from Corey Davis saying, Damon, you gotta spend that cash, bro. You've been saying that for the past several messages? I'm sorry, man. Shit.
He's in the zone.
You have a TP cost of 10, right? Can't bypass the use requirements. I'm reading everything you're saying, man. You didn't say it like that yet. You just barely said it now. You didn't say it before. You told me other shit. I'm reading all the non-super chat stuff. Bruh. Right here, I just need to add another thing. Let me just copy this one, paste it in here, and change this to say heel leaf, right? And that's it. So now it should, if we have 10 TP, let us use it. Gray it out if we do not have the item, and gray it out if we do not have the TP. But then it should also consume the item, I believe. So we don't have 10 TP, it's grayed out, good. Let's get our TPs. Okay. And now we have TP and we have one of the items, so let's use it. Boom. It should, no, it's still letting us fucking use it. Okay, alright, so let's go into what happens. Heal leave cost -1. What's the point of putting a -1? I don't even. I'd have to set this up for every single consumable item, wouldn't I? I mean, maybe? Yeah, pretty much. Skill cost types. Okay, fucking what? Okay, heal leaf, this is a type. Cost processing, cost calculation. Did you have to go in here and change every instance of potion with another thing? Apply trait, cost alterations, set cost limits. Can pay and then paying cost. Constant item. Maybe you just go in and change this one. Data items 7 to be the data items number you need. Okay, what number is our heal leaf? That's the question. It's 7. It found it on its own, didn't it? Bro, it did this shit on its own. It changed its code when I changed the name. That's pretty baller right there. When I went in here and I copied potion, hold on. I'm confused now. Yeah. No, wait, data items 7. It's just coincidentally potion was 7. That's a weird coincidence that I used 7. And it's confusing to me because I was like, how does a parameter update its own code like that? It didn't. It was just defaulted to 7. Draw gauge? What is all this shit? There's just so much in here. Paying cost. Process payment. User is actor game party dot lose item. Item cost. Item is this. By the cost, the arguments 1. It's cool that you can It's cool that you can have all this malleability. You have the ability to change all of this. But it certainly seems a little complicated, doesn't it? Is it possible that a cost of -1 gives an item instead of taking away? That was my original thought. And that's why I was like, cost 1. But then I saw, like, what's the fucking point of having it like that? Okay, let's try it again. What if I just change this? I just changed this back to +1. Okay, it'll be grayed out because we have no TP for it. Let's guard. We got our TP. We have 1 heal leaf. So it should let us do this once, and then regardless if we have TP or not, see, focus, it's grayed out because we don't have 10 TP. Guard, get our TP back, and it's still available. You see? So it's either not taking the item. Let's finish the fight, actually, and see if it's definitely not taking the item. I doubt it's adding an item either, right? We still have the single 1 heal leaf that we were given at the beginning. Seems to make no difference. Like, it's like this code, this no tag is not here. It's like I'm typing it wrong and it's not doing shit. It's not doing anything. If the way you're trying wasn't deducing, I was suggesting manually doing a script called deducing the item at the end or in the action sequence. Right. Now we can get rid of it that way, but isn't the no tag supposed to do that itself? I want to find the right way to not have to do that, because he's got to do this for all of his items. Every item needs a skill, and then he's got to do another thing for it. So ultimately, we were trying to go right to the point, make a no tag on the skill, and then make a no tag on the item, and the item can't be used without having the right amount of TP. Right? But it didn't work out that way. So I'm like, okay, what if we could find a workaround and still make it use the item? Okay, we couldn't do that. So we had to move on and say, okay, ultimately, if you want to do it, then you got to make a skill and skill cost items, and then use that item as a consumption item inside that skill. So you use the skill, the item goes away. If you have the TP, if you don't have the TP, it's grayed out. If you do have the TP, it's there, and that would be the thing. But now it's still not taking the item. So do we have to go ahead and manually say, call a common event and remove this item, or make an action sequence just to remove an item? I'm thinking a no tag should let you see how many you have in your inventory, which we can do in the description, but it's just more fucking code to put in, right? So I'm thinking it should be simple. You put in 1 no tag and it should do the stuff for you. And I'm obviously, I try to do the easiest thing first to see if that method would be the right way to go about it. And if not, we find workarounds, and that's what we're going to currently have to do. I don't want to try to jump straight to that, Vino, but you have the right idea, and that could work. You can make an action sequence to take away the item. You could call a common event to take away the item. That's not hard to do. But shouldn't our note tag itself handle all of that? I think so. Korama Project says, I'm pretty sure you need to change every potions in the script to heal leaf. That's a pain in the ass, Karama. That's a terrible process. For every item, every skill that you want to make cost items, you have to do that? That sucks. I don't want to try that yet. If that's... I mean, I would try that after doing the action sequence or script call. Or common event. You know, that removes an item from using. What's up, Ellen Edwin? How you doing? It should be simple. It should be, you put in a no tag that says it requires this, and then it doesn't work if you don't have it. And when you do have it and you use it, it consumes the item that would require. And maybe have options so that you just have to have one and you can use the skill over. So you find this rare item and it's like an orb, and then now you can use this skill because you have the orb. And I get that. Not every time you want it to consume the item, but there should be a note tag that lets you consume the item when you use the skill without having to go through the fucking parameters and change every instance of potion to your item name. If you add type on item, that's not a complete sentence. If you add type on item, what do you mean, Vaseline? You mean just put the letter type? No, you're replacing type. You're not like, it's not verbatim. Skepsis D says, that's a pain in the ass, Drifty 2020, yeah. So you replace type with a thing. More can be added. And I figured we did that. Oh, but if you're going to have to do it that way, that's a lot of replacing names with another name. You can do that, but like I said, that's a pain in the ass. And the reason why it lets you use HP and MP and TP in here because it bypasses the 999 and 100 TP limit. So you can have like, if you wanted to make a game and you had like 3,000 max TP and then certain skills cost like 600 TP, you could totally do that. Put a tag type on item note tag. Put a tag type. Oh, I think I see what you're saying. If you add the type to that specific item. Okay, and then it wouldn't matter. Then it wouldn't matter. Oh shit, I think I get it. Then it wouldn't matter what you actually name it. You just have to tag the item. Vaseline, I think you might have the right idea. I think you got it here. You helped me understand. But what's the syntax for that? Okay, so what we're doing here is we're basically going to say potion. We're going to say potion cost 1, right? But it's not going to look for an item called potion. It's going to look for an item that is typed. Type potion, right? Is this what you're saying? Because I think this is smart if this is the right way. So now anything that's got this type on it will be used as a consumable. But we're also hit with the same problem. We have to add a type for every type of thing we want to use, right? So you're going to have to go into the damn plugin parameters and change every instance of potion with the thing. Right? Because this works for one instance, type potion. Otherwise the plugin doesn't know how to read it. Anyway, here's what we got. The skill will have a potion cost 1, but the item heal leaf will be the type of potion, if this works right. So once again, you need 10 TP regardless, and then you should be able to use not the item, but the... Okay. So here we go. When you make it like that, why is it showing twice though? It's saying 10 TP and then times 1 times 1 potion. Oh yeah, all of that is written into icon. It's still not right. This is still not right. You're onto something, but this isn't the right syntax. We haven't got it figured out. In the plugin thing, see a type tag. You can copy the string in the text editor and do a search and replace. You can do that. But then you have to put it back, Karama. You still have to put it back. And everything's got to go in its specific spot. It's still a ton of work, right? And here's the thing. I put the type note tag on a heal leaf, and it's... I put the potion type, and I'm saying this requires a skill requires, and we have one, but it's not. It still doesn't work, even though we have the TP for it. So something else isn't quite right, bro. Such a simple issue. It shouldn't be complicated. I'm trying to find a method where you don't have to go into the plugin parameters and define a type for every freaking item. And it doesn't make sense too, because even if you do it like this, you got to go into the plugin parameters, got to go in here and define what the icon for that is. And then you have to go into here and you got to replace every instance of not just the text, but when it refers to like certain database things. There's only a few of them, but all the text. Right here, data items, you got to make that match the specific one for that, right? Your heal leaf you added in the script is tagged as potion. Right, because I haven't gone in here and defined all of these as heal leaves. You know what I'm saying? So tag, so he says, so the tag find 2 instances. I don't know what you're talking about now. You spell required potion and heal leaf. Wait, what? Your skill here, right, is heal leaf. It requires a potion. And on your heal leaf item, it's a type of potion. Delete the last row in the script. That tells me nothing. Look how fast I'm moving, plus you're on a delay. You gotta be like specific if you want to tell me what to do. Looming in the background. What's up, Ellen? You have 2 instances of potion. Okay, that's why. All right, I see what you're saying now. Inside here, because I copy pasted it, even though I changed the name of one of them, I have 2 instances of potion. I get it. I get it. You're right. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna undo that. That might have caused some confusion. Let's double check. Obviously, we need 10 TP. We'll get our TP. There we go. We'll go to focus. We have 10 TP and we have a heal leaf. The heal leaf has been defined as a potion type, and the skill has required 1 potion. Why can't we use it? That's what I'm saying. You just do the work, put the time in. I understand X-Rayville, Valcor. We're trying to find a simple solution. We don't want to do that for every single item. Trying to stay awake. The sleepy sheep have invaded my cave. It invaded here too. T legit just fell asleep like for 30 minutes. She was just nodding off.
I took a nap sitting up. It's one of my superpowers.
I must be very engaging.
No, I'm just very tired.
I've had passes out in the middle of it.
Back pain for the past 4 days, and it's made sleeping more painful than sitting up and like being awake. So I am just exhausted.
Right, Kurama. That got rid of the double potion bug. I see what you're saying there, but it still doesn't work right. I'm still doing it wrong somewhere. Oh.
Yeah, you're right, KB. Back pain is no joke. This one's been dogging me. I've never had it as long as this time. Ooh. Tooth pain is... Oh, gosh, no. No tooth pain. No tooth pain.
You mean change the name of heal leaf to say potion? But that's cheesy. That's cheesy. And all that's going to do, Damien, is make it so... I'll do it to test it. That's a good idea. All that's going to do is make it so that you have to have everything named potion or like... Fucking... This is not intended. I'm pretty sure. I'm testing it though. It's a good... we'll just find out. Hey, we'll get our 10 TP and then we'll test it. It still doesn't... Oh wait, this might be a mistake here. I think I changed the name of the skill. We make the item name potion, right? Let's see if it's actually looking for the item name. Just to test it. I mean, why not? It's not going to tell us anything. It's not going to make it work for us if it does work. But just to give us an understanding of what this plugin is looking at, right? No, it still doesn't work. Even if the item's name... It's just to test it, but it still doesn't. Yeah. You still have it set for item 7, which is a potion. Item 7 for me. Oh no, shit. Okay. Good. Nice find.
That's
okay.
A thing.
Let's go to where it's at. What did I call it? It was this one. Item 5. We gotta look at item 5. Heal leaf. Let's just go back to heal leaf because that's stupid if you have to name it the same thing. This will only work for one thing, you know, but that's a good catch. Let's go in here and then change potion to not be. We have to scroll down to show cost. No, it's not that. To cost text. Here it is. Item is data items 5 in this instance. Are there any other instances of referring to it? Let me just look. Data items 5. Yep, there's a bunch. Data items 5. Data items 5. So pretty much you got to go in and do this for every single one that you want to make a custom item cost. So much easier in MV, you got to say. It's like super fucking basic in MV. Gosh, my brain. I hate when I do that.
Well, it's easy to do.
It's easy to do in MV. This is super complicated in MZ. It's unnecessary, in my opinion. But whatever. It's just more work to make an items skill cost items thing.
So why is it so easy to do an MV again?
Because an MV, bro, let me show you why it's easy to do an MV. First of all, let me test it real quick. I want to do it in like 5 minutes in MV. Oh, look, there it is. We have the heal leaf. And we got one in the 10 TP, so it'll let us use it. And then, you know, it won't let us use it again because we don't have 10 TP, but we'll get our TP back. And then we don't have any more items, so it doesn't let us use it.
Nice.
So it works like it's supposed to if you go into the plugin parameters and set up everything to be that. Right? But in MV, it's very basic. I got a lot going on here. Hold up.
Is it a case where more is less? Like, there's so many more options in the
Yeah, less is more in this case.
Yeah, less is more.
Because
yeah.
I don't know which project I'll open, but I'll open one of them. So, do I have skill cost items in here? Let's see. Skill core, skill cost items right here. Okay, so look, you put some information in here. You can adjust the parameters if you want to, but you don't have to do anything. It's all plug and play. Item X costs this. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as this. You copy this, right? And then you make a skill. You make a new skill or whatever. You put this in the tag. This will be cost, skill cost item. And then you put the item number you want it to take. Let's say we'll make a magnifying glass. Magnifying glass is item 1. Item 1 cost 1. So it takes 1 magnifying glass to use. Use magnify. And then you do whatever the hell this could do, whatever. MP, no. HP damage of earth attack. I don't know, whatever. Fusion attack. Can critical. It does 9999. Uses 1 magnifying glass. Right? And then you can say, oh, it takes 10 TP as well. It's just like that.
Wow. That's cool.
I want to test it, right? So I'll start my party right here. Player right here. And then I'll have a new event. This will just be any battle. Battle processing this stupid bat. Okay, great. And then also when you get into the fight, before you get into the fight, I'll change items so that you have a magnifying glass. You get 1 magnifying glass. Boom. 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 Right. So we're in the fight with the bat. And then you've got... Oh, I didn't give him the skill, though. Shit. I just forgot to give the skill. Actor, you get this skill. You add skill. Use magnify. You get the skill use magnify. What type is it? Because if I don't have the type, it's set to magic, and she has She has magic. Okay, cool. So she'll have it. What? Did I not get the item? Change items, magnifying glass. It's not used.
It's oh yeah, you use the action button.
Oh, item cost. I typed it wrong, but it's just one note tag. Item cost, and then colon, number, and then the name of the item. So it's item cost, colon. Fuck, I just had it. My brain is failing on me. I literally just... Okay, sorry. That's my fault. Stupid. Should have just copy pasted so I'm not retarded. Item cost 1 magnifying glass. You do have to spell it properly though. The name of the item, that is. So I'm going to copy this, put that on the skill. Do you see how long we were messing with the other one though?
Yeah, I was able to take
Item
a nap.
cost 1 magnifying glass. You took a nap in the time that we were trying to figure it out. Add this skill, use magnify, to... Oh, driftwood. That would explain why she didn't have it. It goes on Tiana. Paste. Okay. Boom. Boom. And this is how you do it in MV. Just like that. So now she should have the skill. Use magnify. And you see, uses 1 magnifying glass, takes 10 LP, and it takes 1 of that item. Hold on, I need to go to the mixer. And I don't want this music to be stupid doopied, so we'll just do that. Okay. So let's get our 10 TP, guard, and then magic. Use magnifying glass. Boom. And it does the 99999. Okay, cool. And then now we don't have the item, right? So because we don't have any more of the item, we can't use it. And there it is. That's how you do it in MV. It's that simple in MV. Now, why isn't it that simple in MZ? I think it is. I just haven't figured out how to do it. We haven't figured out the right way to make it that simple yet. They've overcomplicated it, or we just don't know how to do it yet. I think maybe it was this simple because I've done it 100 times in MV, and I haven't done it enough times in MZ yet, so I don't know how to do it. But look, I just showed you how to do it inside of MV, and the whole process took 5 minutes. It would have been less if I was not retarded, but it's okay. So why can't that work the same way in MZ? I would really like to know that. I was in the zone. I'm going to go back and read. Item ID, the problem. He'll leave his item 5. Right. You guys found it, and that shows it. But now if I wanted to do another item cost, right? And say I wanted to make like a recover leaf, right? Do I have to go into the database, copy paste that, and change all the instances for that too? Is that the way it has to be? Veroclaw says, I haven't noticed that until now, that saying less is more is exactly the same as saying more is less. It has the same meaning. It's easy in Ace 2. Item cost equal 442. Note. Carnival says, I'm so glad this works, and to reduce tedium, I'm making a new item cost called supplies, and every skill that requires an item will cost X amount of supplies. Altogether, this should work amazingly. So, you know, Carnival's happy. He was the one who posed the question that put us down this line of thought. But I really like these types of questions because it makes us ask a lot of other questions, and things spin off, and we really cover a lot of ground looking at stuff like this. So thank you so much for tuning in, Carnival, and asking a good question. I'm glad that you have a system that works for your game now. We've actually found something that works for you. Even though it wasn't exactly what you thought it was going to be at the beginning, we found something that would work for your game. No, but now for me, I need to know if I wanted to add another thing, right? Let's say item 16, and we'll call it supplies, right? I like that idea. We make supplies, and we're going to give this an icon. And this is going to be another consumable item resource. Let's find a cool icon for it. This is the most important part, guys. We need like a bag or an inventory thing. Something generic. This one, perfect. Supplies. So this is item number 16. If we wanted to make this, like, otherwise we can make this type potion. Type supplies. This is type supplies. Not consumable, never usable, no scope, whatever. It could be price 100. That's fine and all. That's our supplies. That's item 16. So now if we wanted to use that as a skill cost items consumable item, we go into our plugin manager under skill states core, we go into the skill cost items. We're going to copy this one right here, and we're going to paste it underneath, and we're going to make this one say supplies. What all do we have to change minimum? We change the icon. Icon used for this skill cost type. Use 0 for no icon. We can change that, change the font. Inside here, we're going to change all the instances of potion, or do we leave those? Do we need to change those? Let's not change those and see if it works. I have to figure out, I know I just checked, but my brain is leaking. 16, item 16. So let's just change a couple of things. Not everything, just a couple of things. Let's change, you know, we copied it, we put it in here, and now we have this. And we're going to change data items. Anytime it's looking for data items, we're going to change that to 16. 1-6. Okay. Data items 1-6. Data items 1-6. Data items 1-6. You have a lot more flexibility and functionality at the expense of making it complicated. Okay, so will that work now? Did we add a new type even though we've got potion in there? If we type skills supplies and then we make a new skill underneath this, we'll just copy it and paste it, and we'll change this to say use supplies skill, right? And then it uses your supplies in combat. You know, whatever you want to use your supplies for, it could be something different. I don't know what icon it was, it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna make it like this for now. And we'll just have it do the same thing, except we're gonna make it say supplies cost 1. Okay, and we're gonna give ourselves 1 supply in our starting event. We'll also give the actor that skill. Save the game and run it. The problem is the code search for the tag potion cost if you leave it like that. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking.
FMK Fish, we have a series out actually. It's called MZ Basics that would help you to understand the engine without using any plugins or anything like that, what you can do with it. You should check it out. He's using the switch. Even though it's on the switch, it'll be relevant.
Yeah, basic switches and variables and whatnot.
Won't be exactly the same, but...
Yeah, so it's not actually searching for the supplies. You really have to go in there and change all instances of the word potion to supplies. Unfortunately. Okay. So let's go in here and see if we can get it to work. Right here. Can we control F? You can't control F. That's great. Supplies, cost. JS supplies, cost. Supplies, cost.
Here's a link
Supplies,
to the playlist. FM Kfish. Right there.
Supplies cost. Supplies cost. It seems kind of ridiculous, the amount of things you have to do in comparison to the way that it was handled in RPG Maker MV. Improvement? I don't know. Actually, it seems that you can do a whole lot more. I'll give you that. The ability to make it more and give you way more flexibility and functionality. Yes, it is an improvement in that aspect. But ease of use? Ease of use? No.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to give MV the winner for this type of functionality here. MV wins for the skill use items in comparison to the way that MZ is doing it. So obviously it's still, look, it did do it. It does work, right? If you know what you're doing and you just replace the name and the data items, numbers, it works, and it works fine. And in all reality, it's not too hard, but do you see what we had to do to figure that shit out? And I wouldn't say I'm a new person to RPG Maker. Let's just double check to make sure it works. It looks like it's going to work fine. So now we have TP and the 1 supplies. Let's use it. Boom. It should have consumed it. That's great and all. So now TP won't let us use it. So let's get our TP and we go back here. We don't have it, so it works. So that's how you do it. That's how you do it. It is not user friendly, but it's not all that hard. You know what needs to happen? A tutorial.
Yeah.
This needs to be a tutorial.
It does.
Oh my gosh. I should make a tutorial real quick right now and post it.
Absolutely
because
make a tutorial.
it's not hard, but if you don't know what the frick you're doing, you're going to spend an hour and a half trying to figure it out. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to do a tutorial real quick. I'm going to try to one take it and upload it. Ellen Edwin asked about a calendar
This is Drifty's
system.
real freestyle.
A calendar system similar to startability. I mean, it's too late to start talking about that, Ellen Edwin, but tune in another time. Every Tuesday, or I mean, every Monday through Friday, 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Every Tuesday.
All right, so I'm going to make a tutorial real quick. Hold up. Let me just pause the recording. I'm going to just, or end this recording. Boom. And I'm going to make a recording on how to use skills, cost, items, and MZ. All right, here we go. How's it going, everybody? I'm Drifty from Driftwood Gaming, and this is a quick RPG Maker MZ tutorial on how to use the skills, cost, items functionality from MV into MZ. So it was very easy to do it in MV. You basically put in one note tag, and you make the skill, you make the item, and you make the skill cost the item. It's a little bit more complicated inside of RPG Maker MZ, but it's not too hard if you know what you're doing. So this is a little bit of reference for you to make your own skills, cost, items in RPG Maker MZ. So let's look at that. What will you need in order to make this work? You're going to have to put in the RPG Maker's a few plugins in the plugin manager, Vigustella MZ's core engine, and you're going to need to put in the skills states core. These are free plugins. You can get them off of VigistellaMZ.itch.io to find them. And once you got them installed here, you put them in your, actually I should probably go in here, game open folder. They're going to be put inside the JS plugins folder right there. Once they're in that folder, they'll populate this if you go down to the bottom and double click on a blank row, and then you can find them in here. Once you find them in here and select them, they'll show up right here. You can toggle them on or off, and you want to turn them on. So you have this one on, you have this one on, and it should work just fine. Once you've got that, you're going to double click on this one and you're going to go into the skill cost types. Inside of here, you're going to see 5 things. You're going to see HP, MP, TP, gold, and potion. What we're going to do is add another type, and we're going to change the potion type to be the new potion, the new type that you want to add. So let's think of something that we're going to have to use. Let's make a new item called rations, and you're going to use rations to do a specific type of restorative move, and you want that skill to require TP or whatever else you need to require, but you want to make sure that it consumes an item. So in order to do that, what you're going to do is you're going to right click on the potions row, and you're going to copy that, and then you're going to paste in here. Okay, we're going to come back to this, but we need to go into the database and make our item that we want our skill to consume. So let's go ahead and do that. Hit OK, hit OK, hit OK. Open up your database with this cogwheel thing. Go into the items and go down to another free spot and type in the name of the item that you want to use. For the sake of, to make this brief, I'm going to copy paste one I already have. I'm going to call it rations. Give it whatever icon you want, and you can give it a description. Use this with a skill to use your skills. That's pretty redundant, but it's fine. Make this not consumable. It has no occasion. It doesn't need a scope. It's a regular item. Give it whatever price you want. You're going to give it a type. So inside of the note tag of this item, you're going to call it one specific name. We're going to call it rations. Okay, you can call it whatever you want. You don't have to keep these the same name, but if you want to make it simple, you could call this type the same as this. But if you have multiple skill types, you can add multiple items that are all of the same type, and it will use one or the other of them. We're going to make it very simple, one item for one type. This is so that it's foolproof. And we'll call it rations, and we'll give it the type of rations. We're going to hit OK, apply that OK. And once we've got that, we're going to need a skill as well. So our skill, I'm going to copy this one that I've got over here and go over it. We're going to make a skill called heal. Let's say eat food. In order to eat food, we're gonna need it to require those rations. So what we're going to do is have it whatever description you want, icon you want. It's up to you. If you want it to cost MP or TP, you can make that cost TP. We'll make it cost 10 right here. Put it in whatever skill type you want. Give it the animation that you want. It's all arbitrary. You can do a much better job than I've got put in here. Give it the effect you want it to have. So I'm going to make it recover 100% of your HP when you use this skill, but the skill is going to require that you use an item and have the TP. So we'll be battle screen, and what we're going to do is whatever name we used in the previous item, we called it rations. We're going to make it cost that. So we're going to say rations cost 1 or 2 or 10 or whatever you feel like, and we can give it more flair and better descriptions if you want to, but that's all your own flavor. Hit apply. Now that we've got a skill and we've got our item, we need to award the skill. You can do that any number of ways. For the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to add a skill right here on the actor that I'm going to demonstrate this with. So I'm going to give this skill, eat food, to a new character, and then we're going to hit OK. So we've got the skill, we've got the skill created, we've got the item created that's got the type on it, and then we've given that skill to an actor. Okay, let's go back into the plugin manager. We're going to double click on the skill states core and go back into the skill cost items. Now that we know what we need to know what number it is. We actually need to know what number it is. So go into the item and find the number. So item number 20. This is an important thing to note. So we've created rations, but we need to know what item it is because we're going to change a little bit of code. It's not complicated, and I'll walk you through it. So find the number of the item that you just made. In this case, it is 20. And then go back to where we are in that plugin, skills, cost, types. Inside the new thing, remember we copy pasted potions. We need to replace all instances of the word potion with rations and all of the data items with number 20. So double click on that, and we're going to start at the top. Very simply, we're going to go ahead and change the name to rations. Hit OK. You can change the icon and the font color and size. It's all up to you. I'm going to leave it the same way it is right now. Double click on the cost processing. And anytime you see anything that says potion, replace that with ration. Whatever name, spell it exactly the same and put it in all caps. So anytime you see potion, you're going to put in rations. Okay? You don't have to go to the side because there's nothing on the side. Just scroll down from the top to the bottom. It's a little bit of work, but it's not that hard. Rations, rations, scroll on down, rations. We're going to just continue to do this for all the instances of potions. Hit OK. Go to the next one. Now here when you see data items, we're going to need to put in that number. So we're going to change 5, which was the potions, to data items 20. In my case, it's the rations. This number may not be 20 for you. It's going to be whatever you used for that item, okay? So scroll on down, and that's all you need to do. We're going to be changing all data items from whatever number it says, which would be 5, to 20 in my case, and it would be a different number in your case. So change it to your number, the item you're trying to add. We're also checking for any instances of the word potions, or potion, and we're going to change those to the name that we called the type. This is 20. Almost there. Data items change to 20. Data items change to 20. And one more time, finally, data items change to 20. And that should be it. So now it will look for all instances of rations. So we created a new resource type, which would be an item. And if we hit OK, and we need to give the party that item to test it. So I've got an event, a common event that starts the player with some stuff. So I'm just going to give my party member one rations, just so that we can test it to make sure that it works. So when the game starts, I'll have 1 rations. Now, if you remember the requirements in the skill, I need 10 TP to use it. So we have to have 2 requirements in order to use our skill rations. We have to have at least 10 TP, and we have to have one of the rations in our inventory. Now, if we go to the items, we won't see rations because we made it a not consumable with no scope, and it's never really usable. So if you don't use it in battle or on the screen, it won't show up. But we'll go here, and we'll see that we have eat food, which uses the supplies in combat to heal us. We can't do it because we don't have TP. We do have an item, but we don't have TP. So I'm going to guard, and that'll give us 10 TP. And then if we go back to here, you can see that we have eat food because we have 1 supply and we have 10 TP. So we're going to use that, and it'll restore our health back up, and then we'll try to see if we can use it again. Well, we don't have 10 TP, so let's get that 10 TP. Can we use it again? No, we can't use it again because we don't have another item. So that's it. That sums up the entire tutorial. Hopefully you guys found this helpful, informative, or useful in some way. It was a lot easier to do this inside of RPG Maker MV, but you can see it's still not too complicated inside of RPG Maker MZ. That's about it for this tutorial. Thank you guys for watching. Give it a thumbs up, like, favorite, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have a Patreon. Also, come join us in Discord. We are an official Discord partner. Love you guys very much. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. That was a fake ending. Don't go. Don't go. Don't leave me. But we do need to end it.
We do need to end it.
We do have to go.
Billy trying to bash down the door a second ago.
Okay, I'm going to upload that tutorial.
Let me in.
I'm going to upload that tutorial after the stream sometime. And then that will be helpful for anybody who wants to do... You know, we spend an hour and a half trying to figure it out, but they can do it in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yep.
And with that tutorial, they can do it in 10 minutes. Bonus audio ending?
I don't know how you do that, by the way.
Do what, the tutorials?
Yes. I mean, we did, Drifty and I did 12 tutorials each in a span of 6 weeks. Actually, he had to do one of mine, so I only did 11 and he did 13 because I was running behind. And I can't even do it when I plan, and I have to like start over, do new ones. I can never do it the first time. And he just spits out a tutorial during a live stream.
Well,
it's sexy. That's all I gotta say. It's sexy.
Here's the thing. I was warmed up, right? Because I had done a live stream, and it was. Thank you so much for the $5 super chats. Assumed Identity Savage tutorial freestyle. I did a little bit. If I was editing it, I might edit it, and no, I'm not because it was pretty clean. There was a couple points where I'm like, oh yeah, I have to go look at my item. I forgot something. But for the most part, because I had just done it, like over the last 90 minutes, right? It was fresh in my mind, and I couldn't do that as smooth as if I just woke up, got out of bed, and went to do it. I was warmed up. I was vocally ready.
Still amazing. Still sexy.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. 20 tutorials a day challenge. No, we can't do that. Guys, we have to go. The baby's awake. We love you very much. Thank you for tuning in to the live stream. We will be posting that free tutorial real soon. Love you guys very much. I'm going to read the names of the chat and let you go. Poga Latte, thank you for being here. Carnival, you asked a good question that spun off a tutorial for people, so I really appreciate you tuning in, Carnival. Please tune in more. We're going to be live Monday through Friday, 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Another £5 from Carnival. Thank you so much. One more super message for you, Drifty, as a token of my thanks. Thanks for everything. Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Miss Lily 200, take care. Ellen Edwin, have fun. Lago Morphin Time, thank you for the stream. You're welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Anybody who I miss, and those of you who are just lurking, I appreciate your faces. Thank you for spending your time with us and just having it, our stream on the background and doing what you're doing. Hopefully it's helpful, and we appreciate you. Toa McDowell, KV Kingdom, thank you so much. Skepsis D, Carnival. I forgot this name. It's like 2 words in Korean or Japanese or Chinese or something. She said
Wagyu.
hi. It's Wagyu.
Yeah.
It's Yigu Wagyu. Oh my gosh, I love this person. Thank you, Wagyu.
She's been gone for a little while.
I know, that's why I
to say
forgot.
hi.
But I remember it was like I didn't say it was new. I knew it was someone I knew, but it was I couldn't remember the name. Wagyu. Thank you so much for tuning in. And how you doing? Pammer Cakes, you put in some good information and some good. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I never expected it to be like this when I said the item cost was in SAS core and hadn't done it in MZ and just thought it would work like the MV version. Yeah, it doesn't, unfortunately. But hey, we found a way to make it work, right? Pocolatte, thank you for being here. Ellen Edwin, Miss Lily 200, Skepsis D, Tease Jams, my lovely wife, thank you for being here, honey.
Hello.
Even though you took a 30-minute nap in the middle of the stream.
Hey, I was tired.
You needed it. You really needed
My
it.
back has not let me sleep for 4 nights.
Well, you got a nappy now.
Yeah.
I'm sure your back just
It
loves
actually
that you
felt,
slept
no,
in a chair.
It felt better sleeping sitting up. I think I might want to try that tonight.
Live chat on tutorials is lit. Thank you so much, Vino, for tuning in and being a part of this. We love you so much. X-Rail Valcor, KV Kingdom, Core Rama Project, The Pringle DC, Vaslin Ganchev. Thank you guys so much. FMK Fish, appreciate you. Who else was here? I'm scrolling up. YouTube doesn't remember all the live chat. It cuts some of it off, unfortunately. That's okay, though. And you can come and join us on Discord. Links in the description below. We are an official Discord partner. VeroClaw23 was here. IDEO was here. Thank you so much, Lagomorphin KV. Damian Floyd was here. Thank you so much, Damian. We appreciate you for being here, telling me how much of an idiot I am, basically, for not figuring it out faster. It's hard, man. I do the best I can. But thank you for being here, and I appreciate you trying to get the point across to me, because you did bring a few things to my attention, and don't forget that. Ellen Edwin, Carnival, Vaseline, Skepsis D, Vino, Corey Davis was here. He had to do his laundry, but thank you so much, Corey Davis. Dropped some money on us again. Such a generous guy, Corey Davis. Sir Korthman Davis. Love you, dude. Carnival with the good questions. Pammer Cakes with some good answers. Stream Roller 1819 with the cool name. Thank you for being in here. Somebody named K. Just somebody named K. Thank you, K. The Pringle DC was here. Thank you so much. Gel Samino Andetochio. Chio. I messed that up. I'm sorry. Andetochio. Thank you so much. DVD was here. Gel Samino. Blam Francis. Waffles tuned in to drop some cash. Thank you so much, Waffles. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you. Electra Ninjas Lab showed up. Toa McDowell was here. Sebi Noodle dropped some cash today. Thank you so much, Sebi Noodle. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Brian Perez was here.
Flash 15X says, notice me, Drifty.
Flash, well, I'm scrolling upwards.
Yeah.
Thank you, Flash 15X. Vino, Corey Davis, Carnival. A human being was here. Gave us some code. Thank you so much, human being. Skepsis D. And this is where it cuts off. All right, guys. Have a good one. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Are you going to be here tomorrow, T? We got another thing we have to do, don't we?
Yeah, I probably won't be here.
Maybe. It's got to be early.
Here.
Maybe.
Maybe
T will be here.
Hopefully I'll be here.
Hopefully T will be here. I appreciate it so much when she makes it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I appreciate it so much when I'm here.
I do too.
I like it.
Yes. All right. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.